So, what's the reaction of your wife slash girlfriend when you said, "Honey, babe, I will go for the CCIE Lab Exam, and I will spend lots of time preparing. You will really see me in months."
The reaction is like, first of all, they're not tech people, right? They're not from IT background, so they don't know what is CCI. But I'm trying to explain this like kind of most, how to say, like tough certification for like our network engineers. And then I really want it for my like in this career. I want to have it as like kind of my style in like in this career. So like I told her, explain her that it's gonna be tough, it's gonna be long, it's like a year to take to study. I keep focusing on this labbing and all this stuff. Then she's like okay, she's like okay, you know. Then like after I believe around 1 month plus or around 2 months, she start making noise that what are you doing, why are you wasting a lot of time on that? Then I'm like okay, because of this, because of that, you know. I'm trying to bring her in and try to explain this. Then maybe she started realize a bit that I need to take time. I show some YouTube that okay, you see this experience and all this stuff. Yeah. So it's like yeah, it's a bit challenging. It's really taking time to
All right.
work on that. Yeah.
She doesn't understand and she complains a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially my daughter. My daughter, she keep saying that why that you're supposed to play with me. I keep telling her you should support me and all this stuff. And she's like she's very clever. She support me on that.
All right. So your kid, your daughter, even supports you more than the wife.
Yeah.
Babe,
What?
I have a good news.
What?
So, I've been thinking about this for a few weeks now, and I decided to take CCIE Lab Exam.
Wait, what?
Angry or mad?
He was angry. Yeah.
When I take the which one? Oh, okay. When I take the wireless CCIE, my son just born.
First.
Almost yeah, the
first child.
Yeah, the first boy just born. 9 months. So I told my wife I need to prepare the CCIE, and then must take a long time. I think he really angry about that. Yeah, because I don't have time to take my wife, take care of my wife and take care of my son.
All right, but
and at the time I promised my wife it's the last CCIE.
But it wasn't.
But
right?
After that,
you took the CCIE security.
Yeah, and my girl just my daughter.
Your daughter, your second kid, was born.
Yes, was born. So he's not very happy about that.
Right. She always gets mad at you because you're taking a lot of CCIE Lab Exam.
Yes, sometimes, but my family is happy when I passed. Yeah, when I passed the CCIE, they are happy. The maybe not happy because I'm passed the CCIE. They're happy because oh, finally I have the time to take care of them. Take care of my family.
Okay, yeah. So that's the reason why she was happy, not because you passed the CCIE Lab Exam.
Yeah.
Well, it took her a while to understand because I had to explain exactly what I do and what would that do for my career. And as I said, it took her a while to understand, especially that once I finished work, I had to study from like 6 p.m., for example, all the way till midnight and over the weekend. But at the end, she was okay with it. Like, it took a while, but it worked. So
She just said okay with no reaction at all,
No complaints.
no complaints.
All right, good.
Yeah, I mentioned this to you before already.
Yeah, but you also mentioned that your colleagues took it and were like, they had no life and were in front of the computer the entire time.
Yeah?
So, you didn't even consult me about this.
I'm telling it to you right now.
Yeah, but you already decided, so what's my part?
Okay. Listen to me, babe. If I pass the exam, we'll get more opportunities. Think about it.
I'm listening.
New car, probably a new house, and we'll travel the world.
Well, how much time do you need?
6 months, more or less.
Yeah, so I have 3 kids, 3 boys, and they were all really young at the time. And my wife and I talked a lot about before it, just to say like, it's going to take a lot of time, effort, and energy, nights, weekends, you know, outside hours of work to do this. And she was fully on board as long as her and I were always in just communication of what that looked like. And basically just as long as it didn't take away from family time, which is a little catch-22, right? Because family time is nights and weekends. So a lot of times I spent once kids were in bed, once kids were at activities, and then I would be, you know, whether it's night or weekends and be labbing. And I did take some boot camps, which kind of helped kind of speed up my lab, you know, time and efficiency in typing, because a lot of it is just that too. It's like you got to know it, but you also got to be able to type fast and quickly and you know, script as much as you can, right? Try to find notepad, you that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, my wife fully on board from day one. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it, because that I don't think that would have been, you know, the best decision for my family. So
My family was pretty much supportive about it because this certification or journey, I've been very vocal about it and how will it impact my career during that time. So my wife was pretty supportive. So she's fine with that.
All right, so no complaints. Anything? She understands.
Well, I make it to the point that the scheduling is predetermined on weekends. I'm usually in Hong Kong Library at that time for the whole day. And then Sunday, I'll try to limit it because we go to church in the first half of the day. And then the second half, I have to go back again to the library. So that was my routine, pretty much.
How many hours per week?
40 to 50-ish per week. That's on top of my 40 to 45 hours work.
What the
For the first CCIE, there was no problem. She just totally supported me. Really no complaints at all. Glad I passed it. No celebrating. She's not very that type. She just, okay, good. You got the job done.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No party celebration.
As we went along through my other 6 after that, I actually found out the best thing to do is to not tell anyone that unless I absolutely had to. So this is just a note. For the storage CCI, she did not even know I was doing it, and I went and got it. I just called it business. I'm studying, I'm going to Raleigh for work, things like that. I found out the fewer people I told, the easier it was for me. I actually went for security to Brussels, Belgium, and I think 2 people knew I was going. I just found out I don't want the world to know, because they'll ask you about it. It'll eat at you a little bit if they don't know. It was better for me personally. So as I grew in my paths and my numbers, I learned things to say, I learned this phrase as another one-liner: bad news travels faster than good news. When you fail a CCIE, everybody on the RTP campus knows it quickly.
Oh,
You could tell
that's
one
a
person.
good strategy, less pressure, right? Keep it a
Yeah.
secret. Yeah.
And if you pass it, it doesn't travel as fast through the campus. So I was like, oh, bad news. You could tell someone in the elevator you failed it, and the whole campus would know the next day. So bad news traveled faster. And I was like, I'm just not going to tell anybody. So I think pretty much from numbers 4 through 7, very few people even knew I was doing it. To me, it was just work. It was just business. It was just learning. It was just the job. And
Something personal, right?
yeah, that's what I learned to do. And it worked for me. Don't tell anyone unless you had to. My daughter actually told me, she said, you really should tell mom you're doing this. So my
So
daughter knew.
your
My
daughter
daughter
knew, but your
is a
wife.
CCIE. Yeah, she is a CCIE, of course. But and I was like, no, she doesn't really need to know. It's just my business. It's just what I do. And so it's one less thing for her to think about.
Well, don't fail the CCIE Lab Exam, or else you're buying me a new car. But if you pass, I'll do whatever you want.
Yeah, she understand that and she support me for that one. But sometimes, yeah, we know that one at a time, something because there are very limited. Sometimes it making an issue, right?
All right. So at first she supported, but during the
Yeah,
process, you experience a lot of issues because of time
yeah,
limitation.
yeah. Actually, it's not too much. Maybe 1 or 2 times. But that is the thing that I can handle.
All right. Good, good. What's the reaction of your wife or girlfriend when you told her, honey or babe, I'll go for CCIE Lab Exam and I will spend a lot of time preparing. You will rarely talk to me or see me in months. What's her reaction?
It was not bad the first couple times because we didn't know we were having a kid. But the last time I took it, we had a kid. It just came out, so that she was like, basically, this is your last time. Probably you're gonna get a shot at it. So I knew I had to pass that time. But yeah, I mean, she didn't really understand that much of how much it was. But I mean, obviously, I dedicated a lot of time to work anyway, so I just kind of copped it off as work with the studying time.
All right. Was she pissed off during the process?
No. She was super supportive. She never really cared, so it wasn't too bad.
All right, great.
I made a wise decision. When I did my first CCI, I was single. I didn't have a girlfriend because when you're going for your CCI exam, you just don't have time for the family at all.
All right, so
But
no girlfriend, no wife when you first do the preparation.
you just don't have the time for it. You just
Okay.
don't have the time for it. Well, you can do CCIE and have a girlfriend or a wife. It'll take you 5 years. It's a slow process because it requires commitment, and so as a relationship, the relationship requires a lot of nurturing, a lot of time in that. So I didn't want to be unfair to any woman, so that's why I decided to be to stay single and focus on my career at that time. So I didn't have any partner, any girlfriend. I was single for solid couple of years to get the CCI out of the way. But yes, look, when I did my CCDE, I did have a partner at that time, and yes, she was very happy because for me it was a big achievement when I did my first, well, the only CCDE exam. There's only one, but yes, she was very proud of me, and obviously I was very happy with that, the outcome.
When you told your wife that you will be doing CCIE and that you won't have time with her, what is her first reaction?
she was probably happy to get rid of me for a little while. I would have thought she was okay with it. Yeah,
she's supportive.
Very supportive. But I explained to her what the benefits would be. So yeah, she was
more
fine.
money, right?
Well, more money. We could also move to somewhere
Australia,
a bit hotter.
like
Yeah, we ended up moving to Australia after it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the benefits were worth the effort.